What'd you ask Santa for Christmas?
Um, I I wrote him on Twitter, but I don't think he's gonna get back to me. He keeps talking about Trump, so I said, you know what, forget it. I don't. I'm really kind of tired. Like ever since he started saying he supported Trump, I stopped listening to Santa Claus.
Well, I
Um,
mean, he is a Christian symbol, and Republicans do love being Christian.
I disagree. I don't think he's a Christian symbol at all. I think Tim Allen is someone who, he's a good actor, but as
He
Santa
did get
Claus,
arrested in like 1983 with like 5 pounds of cocaine on him.
that doesn't sound like my Santa Claus.
That was in his younger days before he settled down.
Yeah, and stops talking about Trump.
Yeah,
He's like, oh, I support him. I'm like, of course you would. You're fuck. Did you ever watch Last Man Standing?
no.
It's like it tries to push, like, it doesn't try to push. I won't say it like progressively or like aggressively tries to push right wing views, but it's very like you can't take your guns away from me, and every all people nowadays are whiny babies and
Just
very
like Roseanne.
uh I don't know. I don't know how Roseanne is now. Hey guys, it's me, Darren, editing this. This is kind of a chill episode. There's not really much construction to it. Me and AJ just got on. I was working really hard on one of the Funko Pops, and I kind of took caution to the wind and just kind of was very lazy about this episode. So it's just us kind of chilling and talking. You might hear me eating. I'm sorry. I'll try to mute as much as I can of that. So yeah, this is just kind of a chill episode. Happy holidays for me and AJ, and thanks for listening. Fine. Ladies and Benjamin, welcome to another episode of In My Opinion. Today is our Christmas episode. If you're listening to this, uh, and it just came out, because I said if you're listening to this, this is probably not live, but we never are live, so it doesn't matter. Um,
We can
we,
say whatever we want, and then you just censor it out later.
yeah, go ahead, you do it.
Um, I like to cute and they just make my heart warm, and it's
Oh
so
my
good
god,
to on them and have them, and also
that was gross. That was disgusting. All of what you just said. I am appalled. I'm appalled by everything you just said. That was disgusting, AJ. And
it's alright though, because they'll never hear it.
you're burning hell for that.
You can have the unedited version on your
Anyway,
OnlyFans.
I don't think I ever could with all that shit you just said. Um, so yeah, today is our Christmas episode. If you're listening to this, um, if you're listening to this as it just came out, then we probably already recorded this and it's probably Christmas already. But it's going to come out on Christmas. But anyway, Merry Christmas if that's the case. Happy Hanukkah. Um, Happy Kwanzaa. All that good stuff. AJ, how's your Kwanzaa been so far?
I left my cookies out for Kwanzaa, hoping to get some nice Kwanzaa presents
Uh huh.
and Shabbat Shalom or whatever to my Jewish friends.
Mm-hmm.
I think Hanukkah was like a month and a half ago now.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Who's your favorite? Who's your? I'm gonna. It's gonna sound offensive, but who's your favorite Jew?
My favorite Jew, Mel Brooks.
When you say it like that again,
Hmm.
my favorite Jew.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. I'm
All
gonna.
those Jewy Jews being Jewy.
I'm gonna say that right now. Just because of where I'm at, I'm gonna say MJF, probably my favorite Jew. Um, Great
Michael J.
fucking
Fox.
no, Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Oh.
I don't even think Michael J. Fox is Jewish.
Yeah, I mean, how's he gonna be able to light those candles on Hanukkah?
Stop. Um. So yeah, today is our Christmas episode, so we're gonna do a lot of Christmas stuff. Um.
So much Christmas.
Yeah. What did you ask for this year?
Um, I didn't ask Santa for anything. I just bought my shit myself.
Oh shit. You are
Because I'm an
a
adult with money.
yeah. You are a. Did you just like write a letter to him and just say, I don't need anything because I am
Yeah.
a strong, independent.
I don't need no sugar daddy.
You wrote it as a you're strong, independent, black, and then it's crossed out white male. I'm the worst of all of them. I'm the strong, independent, white male. Um, yeah,
Because white men have had such a hard time lately
we've had such a hard time.
getting oppressed.
Uh-huh. Oh my god. Yeah. Um, I wanted to go over. We'll just start off with a little game. What is your top 5 Christmas movies?
Do you want it from 5 to 1 or 1 to 5?
Yeah, do 5 to 1.
Do the countdown.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, hmm.
I mean, if you want to think about it, I can go.
Say number 5, I think would be Die Hard.
Oh shit, you're already. Okay, go ahead.
Number 4, I think Elf.
Okay.
3 would be um How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey version.
Okay.
Number 2 would be Home Alone,
All right.
and number 1 would be A Christmas Story.
Okay. Um, I would probably say that mine would put Christmas Story at 5 because of how many times I've seen it. I think I can skip it. Like that's one of the movies where I'm like, yeah, I can skip this year. Um, I
Yeah, but are you skipping it because it's bad or just because you've seen it so
I'm
many
skipping it
times?
because I put it so low on the list because I've seen it so many times. It's not a bad movie. I'm just saying out of the. I mean, there's plenty of Christmas movies. You know, there's plenty of
Yeah.
them. There's stuff that's just garbage that people just make because, cash grab. But um, I'd have to say that is one where it's just I see it every year, so it's just kind of it's a great movie, but it's like one of those
I
things where
say
every year I enjoy it at least once, and I'm like, okay, I can ignore it
because
now.
I'd say with that one, that's probably one of the only ones that I could justify having 24 hours of on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Any other ones I feel like I could get sick of, but that's for whatever reason that movie I feel like I could sit and watch for 24 hours straight and not get tired of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, at this point, I think I zone it out.
Yeah.
You know, you sit there, and I don't know how you guys do it, but like when we would do it, we would do the. My mom would just leave it on and just wrap stuff, and
Yeah.
then we would. I mean,
Wait,
get at
on
least to
Christmas?
on Christmas Eve.
Oh.
She'd wrap stuff on Christmas Eve and just watch it on there. Like by the time everything's wrapped and we're like doing the whole family thing, by then we don't want to watch it anymore. So like we have either the TV off or it's just on mute. Um, but yeah, I'd say Christmas Story. Christmas Story would be number 5. I would have to say. Christmas Story number 5. Die Hard would be high up there on for me.
The only reason mine is lower is because it's subjectively a Christmas movie, even though I completely support it being a Christmas movie.
Oh, it's definitely a Christmas movie. It's no doubt a Christmas movie. There's no one can tell you otherwise, AJ.
Exactly.
Um, but yeah, let me look at the list because I had stuff set up and now I can't think of it.
So there's the Dan Fogelberg Christmas song.
Dan Fogelberg. Why does that sound
Yeah.
familiar?
The fuck is it called? To the Google.
To the Google. Um.
Same
So
old lang. Same old lang sign, Volume 1.
what?
Met my lover in the grocery store.
Nope.
Snow was falling Christmas Eve. That
Nope.
one.
Nope.
Anyway, my point is that
Thank
Dan
you.
Fogelberg song, um, I can only qualify it as a Christmas song the way that Die Hard is qualified as a Christmas movie, just because Christmas is the relevant meaning to behind the song. But
Mm-hmm.
Christmas is only mentioned one time in the entire song. Other than that, it's just him and his ex-girlfriend sitting in the back of a car drinking beer.
But you'd still call it a Christmas song?
I would have to, otherwise I wouldn't be able to call Die Hard a Christmas movie.
Okay.
But I hate that.
Oh, you're gonna be fucking kidding me! Come on! What are you doing, mate? Oh my goodness! What are you doing? Are you there?
I'm
Hello?
here. Whoa!
You went, I hate that fuck, and it just cut you out.
I hate that fucking song.
Uh-huh.
Fucking kids with your loud music and your Dan Fogelberg.
Oh. Oh, okay. I get it now. Now, that's where I've heard Dan Fogelberg thing. So I would say, like, this is how I would do it. I would say, I'd say Christmas Story, Scrooged. I would say, just to mix it up, I would say Gremlins in the middle there for 3, and then 2 would be the Muppets Christmas Carol, and then I would say Die Hard. Die Hard's number 1 for me because people are getting killed. You know.
Are you being facetious, or is this actually
I'm
your
not
list?
being facetious. This is how I would pick the movie. Like those, like tomorrow, and granted, like today. We'll say today since it's going to be out on Christmas. Today, I'd watch all 5 of those movies. Like those are the movies I want to watch, and those are them probably in the order of how I'd watch them. Because those are just 5 good movies that I'd want to watch. And then, granted, Scrooged is essentially Christmas Carol, but with Bill Murray.
Exactly.
I think you're the first person I've heard about it from. Like when we were younger, you'd be like, "Oh, Scrooge," and I'm like, "I don't know what that is." You're like, "Oh, it's Bill Murray, and it's like Christmas. It's a Christmas movie." You what's his face?
Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yeah, God damn it, you knew exactly what I was talking about. It's not even a bad thing that I said God damn it. It's just the fact that like you were just there. But yeah,
Life.
yeah, those are the type of movies that I want to watch this year. It's just it's just fun to watch certain stuff. It's like every year I watch The Thing on Halloween, just because it's one of my favorites. Those are all 5 good movies that, and you know me, like I like comedies. I did leave out Elf, but I don't know. Elf is
You don't like
great.
Will Ferrell, right?
No, I love Will Ferrell. I love Elf.
Yeah.
Like I forget who it was that I told. I was like, they're like, oh, I hate that movie, and I'm like, I don't know how you could hate Elf. It's fucking Jon Favreau, fucking Zoe Deschanel, fucking I think it was. And he always shit on Zoe Deschanel because I was like, oh, I watched New Girl and all that, but there was a movie I wanted to talk to you about. So I had disappeared and went to order food, or I went to get my food, and AJ got involved or interested in the band, the Waitresses, because I brought up Christmas wrapping. This is all stuff I've said while I was eating, so it was really disgusting. My mic picks up all of it. It's disgusting. You don't want to hear it. So we're just going to skip ahead to AJ jamming out to the Waitresses. I had just finished eating. I believe the movie I wanted to talk to him about was Spider-Man, so we get into that eventually. But yeah, I just want to skip ahead to that because, again, like I said, we kind of just lazily did this. This is completely my fault. AJ did nearly nothing wrong. He was ready to perform and ready to go, and I was kind of... I had starved myself the whole day, so that was kind of the issue. But yeah, so we're just going to cut to AJ listening to the Waitresses.
This is like pre-ska. Well, pre-third wave ska.
All right, so we took a quick break because I had to get some food, and
Nice
AJ likes to interrupt me. So oops. And and he's just learned.
So you were saying that your favorite
his favorite oops his favorite band now is the Waitresses because of a song called "Thinking About Sex Again" and "Pussy Strut."
Yes, they're my new favorite band. I never knew about those songs before in my life, and now I know about them, and I'm happier for it.
And how do we get started on that? Because I like Christmas rapping. And you know why I like it? Because I like the part with the trumpets that go.
And it's also in your number one favorite Christmas movie, Fred Claus.
No, that wasn't true. If you go back and listen, they just heard our favorite Christmas movies, and those were not it. I
Well, it's
forgot.
because there's no competition
I forgot
with
Gremlins.
you.
What do you mean?
It's your favorite Christmas movie. It's not even on the list. Like all
No,
the
no,
other
no, no,
ones are
no, no,
just.
no, 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 no. That's not what I said. They heard. They just heard. For them, it was just a couple seconds ago. Listen, I forgot Gremlins was a Christmas movie. That was it. That's all I had.
Okay.
So
And then
Christmas
you farted.
wrapping? No, that's just my chair.
Yeah.
So Christmas wrapping. What are some other songs that we only hear around this time?
All I Want for Christmas Is You. Have Yourself a Merry Little
You forgot
Christmas
to mention that "All I Want for Christmas Is You" by a awful, awful piece of shit
with huge hooters.
with huge hooter. Ah, wait a minute. Um, don't like her. I get that she's, a legend or whatever. Don't like her attitude. She's a fucking diva, and I hate that. But anyway,
She was in Don't Mess with the Zohan
when?
at the end. They go to the Mariah Carey show and they're in like the back in the green room or whatever.
I'm gonna be honest. I gave up after like 5 minutes of that movie.
It was pretty horrible.
Yeah, I know. I was kidding. I did see a good majority of that. It's in that era of movies for Adam Sandler that's the casting the same fucking people over and over again.
Oh yeah, who does Kevin James play in that?
I'm doing a movie on what was it, like old antiquities. Oh yeah, he goes, who's Kevin James play? And he said some kind of like big historical person. Anyway, we got off the rails big time because I needed food, and I apologize. We apologize for that. I
Yeah.
apologize.
Moving along, moving along.
Did you see that Auntie Donna? I don't know if this is recent or what, but Auntie Donna canceled their tour. Well, not canceled their tour. They rescheduled it for next year.
Yeah, I did see that.
Not that it was coming near us, but
Did you see when they canceled it the first time? And they put that video up on YouTube and it was just like, fuck COVID. COVID sucks. Fuck you, COVID.
yeah. But their podcast has been quite funny. I saw the clip you were telling me about with
The polyamorous Mrs. Claus.
and Zach couldn't keep it together.
Yeah, he couldn't even say the joke because he was laughing over himself so hard.
Yeah. So that's disappointing. I rewatched them. I don't know. It's just, I mean, Christmas is, what can you say about Christmas besides the usual bullshit?
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
I enjoy it. I love Christmas. I love it.
I love
excuse
Christmas. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I love Christmas, but it hasn't really felt like Christmas in a few years.
Because you're a child? Or because you're not a child anymore?
Probably. And it's just like the years go by so quick now that it's like, oh, it's Christmas and it's gone.
Do you think because you're not in touch with your child side, so you're not really, you're not...
Yeah, I haven't touched my my inner child since I experimented that one time with the my pinky finger, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's been a long time. I need to get in touch with my inner child again.
I think that was the best part about that joke just now is because I set you up for it, and I was like, I hope he goes for what I'm trying to set him up for, and you did, and I was happy with it. Oop, sorry.
Balls all around.
Well, yeah, golf clap. Oh, so speaking of Christmas, you know what movie ended on Christmas? That's Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Bam, 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 bam.
Let's talk about it a little bit before we go into spoilers.
Yes.
Great movie.
It is great.
Great movie. Where are you on the 1 to 10? Did it exceed your expectations? Where is it on that?
Originally, I would say it was an 8, only because I started realizing some like the plot holes and thinking, well, that wouldn't really happen.
Mm-hmm.
But then after like watching some videos on it and going over and saying, okay, yeah, that would work, it definitely bumped it up to at least a 9, if not a 10.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I would say -5 stars. I hate it. No, the sorry, that's a wrestling meme. -5 stars. The movie was great. I felt as if I felt like I said with Bones, if we would have not touched anything, it's like a perfect analogy. If we sat there and just didn't touch our presents, instead of sitting there trying to poke at it, we would have been fucking
Shaking the box.
way more surprised, way more enthusiastic, way more just thrown off by everything. But the fact that we kept kind of pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, I felt like it kind of took away from the excitement of it. I still enjoyed it. I thought it was great, but there was a lot. It was a lot more of.
Like, oh yeah, so I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, like it was like okay, great. Like I wasn't as excited because of the fact that now it was true, you know.
Yeah.
But
I think that.
Go ahead.
So I think that the use of the other Spider-Men / man was a little underutilized. I feel like they could have been more prominent in the movie.
Okay, AJ, we kind of said that we're not going into spoilers until we say, hey.
Well, that's not a spoiler yet. We knew that they were in the movie.
You just said Spider-Man.
Yeah, Tom Holland and Tobey Maguire.
What?
No,
Tom Holland and Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any
Spider-Man.
sense.
Why?
Because Andrew Garfield.
Oh, yeah, now who's spoiling it, you fucking wanker?
You're being stupid and you're making me question everything. You fucking baited me.
I masterly baited you.
Oh my god, you're a fucking child.
Touching my inner child right now.
Stop it. Oh my god. Anywho. So we ruined that. Good job. Good job.
You ruined it. I didn't ruin shit.
Yeah, you did. Spider-Man? Come on.
Yeah.
The Spider-Men were unutilized? You fucking ruined it from the beginning. Don't fucking lie to me.
Everyone already knew Tobey Maguire was in it. That was confirmed.
Shut up.
Nobody knew about Andrew Garfield until you said that.
You think if they didn't know that if they knew that Tobey Maguire was in it, that they wouldn't know Andrew Garfield was in it? That's
he did say he wasn't in the movie. He denied it up until the day of. I'm pretty sure he's still denying it.
But just because Tobey did not doesn't mean, oh my god, that doesn't give you a technicality on I spoiled it first. You did. You fucking did.
You fucking yelled.
You fucking yelled. Just, yeah. I mean, we're in it now. We're in the end game. Like I said, it was great. I legitimately, and the funny thing was, and I mean, you were there because I'm going to reference you, but when they opened the portal to Ned's house, and or they open the portal in Ned's house, and it shows a Spider-Man, I legitimately thought it was going to be Tom Holland, and then you like nudged me. I'm like, what? I didn't get it. I was like, what? And I was like, oh, is this when we do it? This is happening now?
Yeah.
I think Andrew Garfield was a lot more funnier in his arrival than Tobey Maguire, but it was just good to see Tobey Maguire.
He just showed up looking like a youth pastor.
Yeah. Yeah. It was fun. Like it felt good. It felt good. It felt like it felt like what the Into the Spider-Verse did.
Yeah. Like from that point on, when they came in, I just felt like I had a big smile on my face for the rest of the movie.
Yeah. It was definitely. It wasn't. It was fan service, but it didn't feel too forced. It felt like it made sense.
And people say fan service like it's such a negative thing. Like, what's wrong with just giving the fans what they want and having a movie that's just fun, but still is serviceable as a movie on itself, even without it? Like, that's what people said about like Ready Player One. They're like, oh, it's just Easter eggs and fan service. Like, okay, still enjoyed it.
Um, See that this is okay. So we can get into an actual a good conversation about this because I disagree. I think that there is good and bad fan service. Um, for example, like if you say something like Mortal Kombat or like with Ready Player One, people will see all these different things and go like it's the marketing standpoint where someone would be like, look, we have Iron Giant, we have fucking. Did you see Tracer in that bitch? Did you see fucking whoever, whatever? But when they do shit like that, where like they could drop a trailer for X-Men tomorrow, and if they hint at Wolverine and the movie's shit, that's the good example of a bad example of fan service, where it's just like you just wanted to show off this one thing and just make a shitty movie without actually putting any effort into what you're doing. Like that was good because it made sense for the story. They take Doctor Strange, he is there to protect the realities, and the fact that the realities get all fucked, that's a perfect person to be there. I think the story made sense to be like, oh, we could fuck around with the old Spider-Man. Spider-Mans? Hepatitis? Hepatitis? Um, but I think that's the perfect example of fan service. And I think you're right. A lot of people do say fan service is like a bad thing, but I think with that case it felt nice. It felt good. It didn't feel like it was the main focal point.
Pandering.
Well, yeah, yeah, exactly. It didn't feel like it was the main focal point. It didn't feel like it was like we have the
Like
three
with
of them.
Yeah, like without them in there, the movie still could have worked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, so I mean, it works. It works well with. It doesn't feel like it's trying to balance the three of them together. It's just Tom Holland's Peter Parker dealing with what he's dealing with, and then having these two guys before him. And I think one of the beautiful moments is when he says goodbye and he says thank you both, because it felt like a very real moment for not only the him, Peter Parker, but for the actor to be like thank you.
Officially, like, pass the torch.
Yeah, but like to make the character what it is, to see, you know, to see how it can be portrayed. And I mean, they both I think Toby and Andrew and Tom, they all do a different type of, and I'm not even saying age wise they do a different version of Peter Parker. I think in general they all have a different style to it.
Yeah.
Um, and that could just be their acting. Like with.
Yeah, like, just say like Toby is like, like the wise, like father figure
Mm-hmm.
who's, seen it all, done it all, and he's giving them advice like, you don't want to be doing what you're thinking about doing because it's not going to work out. And then Andrew was like, what you're dealing with right now, that's what I'm going through or just went through.
Well, that was the thing with with Sam Raimi's Spider-Mans. I always felt like it was always a dark feeling to it. Even before 3, it felt like there was a dark kind of concept of Peter kind of blurring the line between doing the right thing and knowing to do the right thing. And, Sam Raimi is good at doing horror elements, but then, like, when you go to Amazing Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield, he was the first time seeing a Spider-Man on screen where I'm like, that man, like, it was almost like oh, right, he's intelligent. He's super intelligent.
Yeah.
And I think Tom Holland had that good balance of both of them, where Toby's was that version of like doing what was right and really kind of focusing on what he should do or what was right to him, and then the concept of kind of fighting with himself, but then also being super intelligent like Andrew Garfield's character, and having like that merge of both of them because they both felt like, I remembered that, oh, well, Tom Holland Spider-Man feels like he's smart. He just has a hard time fighting with himself about it. And I think that was one of the things. It's like, he's Andrew Garfield when it comes to decisions, but when he's trying to decide on that thing, he's Tobey Maguire's, that kind of feeling. Um, I mean, it's kind of a small detail, but it did feel very it did feel very good to have both of them on screen and be able to like one of my favorite moments, and it didn't feel like fan service, was the sitting and waiting for them to show up because they were able to just kind of fuck around with them just asking questions to each other.
Yeah.
And that's probably one of the
Wait,
best
that comes
parts.
out of you?
Yeah, exactly. Like it was a good chance, and not only to be like, not only to fucking make jokes about it, but like to sit there and go, talk about who each person has dealt with, what they've been through, like talking about Thanos or talking about
Yeah,
Venom,
they're
and
talking about the aliens. He's like, I fought,
yeah,
yeah, I fought an alien here on Earth. Oh, I fought an alien out of space. Oh, you guys are so much cooler than me.
yeah, and then he,
Oh no,
yeah,
yeah, you're amazing.
yeah, and then the fact that he's like, I'm sorry, I'm still on the fact that you said you fought him in space. That's like stuff like that is really the fucking fun part about it all. It's I think it's the same concept as when they had like the backstories in Into the Spider-Verse, because they had that same concept of you can make jokes and reference other things that people would get because of other Spider-Men or other
Yeah, how they all pretty much have the
references.
same story.
Yeah,
Yeah, like, I'm Peter Parker. I was bitten by a spider. My uncle died.
yeah.
Like now I'm here.
But then showing the like the Spider-Man 3 dance and all that stuff, and
Yeah,
stuff like that, like showing stuff and trying to be funny while trying to reference something that people will all get, I think is a good kind of balance. It's like the same with in that movie in No Way Home, with just kind of saying things or doing little jokes here and there that people would get, but somehow the other two Spider-Men from the past aren't gonna get. Like the Avengers thing was a funny one, I thought, with
yeah.
you
What are
know
they banned?
yeah, it's like, are you in a band, like that kind of stuff. It's just
Or like the Toby Maguire, like, oh, yeah, my back.
yeah. Or like even like the Norman Osborn, I'm kind of a scientist myself.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great movie. Um, but it's just I honestly don't find it anything inherently wrong with the movie.
The biggest gripe I had
Okay.
was Sandman. I feel like they made him a bad guy just because they needed to make him a bad guy. He had no reason to turn against the Spider-Man when he did multiple times. But they were just like, well, we got to have another villain in there, so he's got to be bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like at the same time he was trying to do things on his own. Like, like Jamie Foxx was kind of trying to get the power for himself. Like everyone had kind of a motivation, but I don't think that. I don't know. Sandman was. I don't think Sandman was the concept of like, oh yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I give up, or I don't want to.
Because,
I don't
and
want to
like
do this.
his whole thing was that he wanted to go back. So if anything, he should have stayed and helped the Spider-Men do whatever they were doing so they could get the other guys back and then they could send him back. Because his whole thing was, I know I want to get home to my daughter.
Yeah,
I don't trust anybody. But now all of a sudden he's a bad guy trying to go after the thing himself so he could just send himself back.
yeah. Well, I mean that's a perfect example of it. Like it's just the concept of, him being stupid and going, yeah, I'll do it myself. I don't know. It's not.
He
It
Thanos
doesn't.
them.
It doesn't make sense, but it sounds like something that a character would do. But as far as writing, yes, it doesn't make any sense. I think, um, because even with him robbing banks and doing stupid shit to begin with, it's just you know
He was never a
dumb.
bad guy. He just needed to get money to help his daughter.
Well,
And
yeah,
then
but when you need money, you probably shouldn't do something dumb like that. I just think that I just think that Sandman is dumb. Sandman is just dumb. Because the fact that all the decisions he made, yet he still feels bad about all of them, obviously you're just dumb because you keep doing stupid shit, yet you know it's bad. So in my opinion, I think Sandman's just dumb,
You
and
can just scratch him off.
that's why I made the concept of not giving a shit what he was doing.
But
I just didn't give a fuck.
on the other end of the spectrum, fucking Willem Dafoe. I mean, bravo. He was fucking great in that movie.
I thought it was cool because before the movie came out, or I guess after we saw it, he said how he didn't want to be a part of the movie unless he was like physically involved.
Yeah, he wanted to do all like most of not all of his stunts.
Yeah, I like that we got a lot more of the detailed spider sense. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, because like I was thinking about it after. He's never really had to use the spider sense because he's always had the Iron Man suits that pretty
Mm-hmm.
much do everything for him. So now that he didn't have Edith or the Stark tech, he had to rely on his own senses more.
Yeah, I really do love that concept of like we're pulling away from the Tony Stark stuff, and I really do enjoy that because of the fact that by the end it felt so good to see him in his own apartment, just him doing it the old-fashioned way with a police scanner and the new outfit and sewing himself. It felt very Spider-Man video game feeling. Like
Yeah,
just kind of out there, just doing it. Um and it just felt really good. It felt really good to like I explained to my brother. He said, "Did you see it? Did you like it?" And I didn't explain too much. I just said it's really good. It felt like the end of a trilogy. Like it felt like
yeah.
if there's another movie, it's gonna be the new era of whatever it is, and that felt really good. That felt probably one of my favorite part, where it's just as much as the bad shit or much as the shit went crazy and shit went all upside down and it kind of had like a sad ending to it. It still felt like it was a neat type of way to end stuff where it
Yeah, to
didn't
just wipe the
feel.
slate clean and
Yeah. That's exactly. It felt like it was a clean slate, and it was just like, all right, that's all the time we have to tell this story, and then we'll maybe come back to it and do another one in the future, and that's where we'll start off at.
he's probably gonna fight Kingpin at some point.
You think so?
I mean, we know now that Daredevil is in the universe and Kingpin showed up in Hawkeye. At least a picture of him or something.
Yeah. AJ, you should watch Hawkeye.
I should watch Hawkeye.
Yeah, you should watch Hawkeye because that comment you just made.
Just regurgitating what I was told.
What?
You told me that he was in there. So,
No,
yeah,
no,
you should
no.
watch Hawkeye before you go see Spider-Man.
Yeah. But after this finale I just watched yesterday, you should go watch Hawkeye.
Is he dead?
I don't know. I can't say that he is.
He's dead, isn't he? I'm gonna Google it right now.
No, don't Google it. Don't Google it. Let's just say he gets shot. I don't know if he's dead. It doesn't show him die. It just shows it makes this reference that he gets shot. But I wouldn't say look it up. I would say
I tried looking it up. I didn't get anything. So
um
you win again, Marvel MCU.
well, I mean, do you want to hear about it or how I think it's going to go or how I am confused by it?
Sure.
Okay, so they did introduce Echo. She's not a bad character. She does work for Kingpin. She's the deaf version of Daredevil, essentially. If that makes sense.
What's her superpower?
She's like Daredevil.
But she can see.
Yeah, but she can't hear.
I feel like that puts her at an extreme disadvantage.
No, she can hear vibrations. It's the same thing. Listen, they both use hearing for their they both use vibrations to hear. Even though I guess she can't really hear, so I guess she uses touch to feel vibrations. Anyway, it's not the point. She's fucking badass. She's a badass character. She's a bit of an anti-hero in the Hawkeye series. But there's some stuff that I'll leave out. But as far as the series went, it's pretty good. It had a nice ending to it. It didn't try to fucking start up something new. Um,
Do you
King.
feel like it was more of like a means to an end where it was like a bridge between whatever happened before and what's happening next, or do you feel like it stood well enough on its own?
It stood well enough on its own. Knowing Hawkeye already, that was the only real character we knew already besides um, Elena. Is that how you say it? Black Widow's sister.
Oh yeah.
Florence Pugh, love her. If someone said, "Hey, you gotta watch this movie," if they said Florence Pugh's in it, is that the first person they said? I'm like, yeah, all right, yeah. And they're like, yeah, and then I'm like, no, it's good. I'm gonna watch it. I'm watching it
You got me.
regardless. You got me. I'm down. Florence Pugh, yeah. Um, she's great. I absolutely love her. Um, she's great in Hawkeye. She definitely has a very good back and forth with Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop. It feels really good. Like the two of them have these moments where it's just like they're friends when they really shouldn't be. It just fits really well with the two of them. Like they very good chemistry between the two of them. Even when like they're fighting, it's funny. Um, but yeah, it felt like it works very well on its own. It kind of is just another thing to add to the Endgame trilogy or the Endgame saga, Infinity Saga, whatever you fucking want to call it. It definitely felt like it added on to that. It added on a lot of extra stuff from that situation. We found out something that we never really would have known or never really kind of got into. It doesn't matter, but it still was a concept of it. Never really was explained. Um, but I would say definitely go watch Hawkeye. Hawkeye is it's definitely worth watching.
Yeah,
It
now that
feels
it's all out, I feel like I'll probably just binge through and watch
yeah,
all of it.
it
I did
feels
start
really good.
watching. I did start watching The Witcher season 2, so I feel like I'll probably knock that out and then go do Hawkeye.
I have to watch The Witcher season 1.
I recommend it. It is.
Yeah,
It's a little. It's real like lore heavy,
yeah.
and if you if you're going into it blind, it's really hard to follow. But having played the second and the third game, I'm I kind of like picked it up pretty quick. But if you're going into it with no prior knowledge, it's like real hard to follow.
Can I say that I have an issue with the show already because I find Henry Cavill very smug. You know what I mean? I mean, you probably don't feel
Well,
this way either.
because I think he has to be to play Geralt. That's kind of how he is, so I feel like it works.
No, I think I just find him very smug. It's not even. I know the character pretty well just because playing the game. Like I get his thing. He is definitely a badass, but it's just something about him which is like I don't like. I don't like him in that position. I feel like he is the best for the job, but just something about him I just don't fucking like. It's just I don't know. Seems very rude for me to say that. But I don't know if it's because of Superman or because of his weird fucking posts on social media, but
Of him building computers with his shirt off.
yeah, just like that shit. That's the shit I'm talking about. Like it's very fucking weird. I've never been jealous of a man because they're famous. But like that's what I feel like. I feel like it's just some fucking nerd prick who thinks he's cool because he's a nerd.
And because he's buff.
Yeah. Like look at
They,
me,
s-
I have everything.
they said they had to keep replacing his armor because his muscles are too big for it.
Alright, that just makes me more mad. Stop it. Anyway. Any kind of funny stories with the Christmas shopping?
um, I mean, no, we pretty much just did it all on Amazon.
Oh really?
Yeah,
See, the thing I worry about with that is when it comes to Christmas shopping, I always feel like it's gonna be the wrong thing. You know what I
Well,
mean?
if you're just like going in blind, getting a gift for somebody.
Yeah, it feels like I'm like it's gonna be like something small. It's gonna be off and be like, well, shit. I guess I gotta send it back.
Well, that was like the best thing that we did was you can make an Amazon Christmas list or just a list for anything and then just share it with whoever. So nobody had to ask us what like the kids wanted or what we wanted. We just put it on the list and like, here you go.
Wow, what a bunch of lazy fucks. No comment.
No, I mean you're not wrong.
Okay, well, um, what else did we have since then? Since Zach, people liked the Zach episode. I enjoyed Zach being on. How'd you feel about Zach being on?
Like, that was a good talk. It was a nice what do you call it? Perspective swap where we got to talk to somebody about something we knew we should talk about.
Yeah, right. I think we should do more of those. I felt really good.
Let's get
Just
some
the
racists in here.
Yeah, let's get some. I agree. Let's get fucking let's get some. What's it called? Let's get some grand dragons in here. You know what I mean?
Just hear what they have to say. We'll just hear them out.
Yeah. Yeah, but that felt good, and I knew that would be good because I know he's a good person to talk to, but having that one thing that, especially with the Christianity, that one thing that we can talk about that be like, this would be interesting to get, dive deeper into, and have feelings about. I have to be honest. I was shocked that you opened up about your situation. I know you didn't
Yeah.
go into detail with it, but the fact that you opened up about it in some way that was, I was like, you started talking about. I was like, yeah, you're like talking about like, yeah, all this shit I dealt with, and I'm like, oh shit. I was like, AJ's getting into it. Okay. Um,
But yeah, because you got to see where you're coming from. But like it's like we both had like a similar situation. Not similar, but
no, yeah,
we both had like a crossroads to get to, and we both picked just the complete opposite
yeah,
direction.
but I think you really had a chance to talk about it, and like I said, I wouldn't want you to talk about anything you weren't comfortable with. That's with everybody. Anybody who's on with us, I don't want to fucking talk about stuff they're not comfortable talking about. That's why when I like ask Zach, like I asked him multiple times, I said, "Is this okay to talk? Like, are you cool if we talk about your religion and how I don't feel the same way?" And he's like, "No, it's fine." And he, even when we got on there, and he's like, I don't, just because you feel some type of way, I'm not gonna try to make you feel some how I feel. You know what I mean? And I think that
Yeah.
it's very enjoyable to talk to him about it. Um, I mean, there's plenty of people we can have on. I really want to get people that very diverse groups. Um, like I think my sister would be one of them.
Yeah.
Trying to think of what else. I would love to have 80 on, just to pick his brain.
Just to make references to shows and movies that he doesn't know.
Well, no. Even just asking him about his life because I very much would like to learn more about 80. Like, the more the more I would talk to 80, the better of an understanding I'd get from him, and that's what I want. I want to be able to understand him.
Yeah.
Martin would be one. I would love to have my brother on, but my brother refuses to be on a podcast because he's afraid of being recorded or
Government.
something. I guess so. I don't know. Like he didn't really explain it. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
it's just weird to have people on there listening to you. I'm like,
He's gonna
that's
be
the point.
tracked.
Yeah. Um, I don't know if he listens to all of them, but Jerry is another one that we could have on.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in a while. I know he works at a local car body shop
Yeah.
because actually Courtney knows him.
Well, so do you.
Well, I know him from school, but I haven't talked to him since like 2009.
I think I talked to him back when I was at Wawa. That's the last time I talked to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's plenty of people to talk to. It's just getting those nice conversations where you can kind of, and that's what I said, like, I don't want to push anyone. I just want to talk about stuff that would be, getting out of the comfort zone of how people feel, or how people, actually try to get in there and try to talk about stuff that would be fun. Um, oh, shit. I just clicked the page and realized I was like, oh. The the concept of having someone on here that's just going to be like a fun time and just feel like a conversation. That's what I think Zach is. Zach's always been that. Zach's always been just like a nice conversation. That's what I liked about him. I mean, I don't know who else in the future anytime soon besides my sister. I don't have anyone, set up or really kind of pushing me to be like, yeah, let's do it. Let's get on here. There's plenty of people I can have conversations with that I just don't have on Discord that I can contact. I would love to have one of my old coworkers from Wawa on. She's funny. She's I don't know what she's doing right now. It comes in waves. She texts me sometimes. She's always sad story because she's always the first one to message me that it's my birthday or happy birthday to me. Every day at midnight, or every birthday at midnight, she'll text me happy birthday because of the fact that her boyfriend passed away on my birthday. So that was something to always remind you of. What?
I don't know. This shit's fucked up right now.
You can't hear me? Okay. Bye-bye. Have a good one. Have a lovely time. Hello? Hey, there he is there.
And we're back.
Hey, how you doing there, guy?
Okay. I got up until you said that she's the first person to text you on your birthday, and then that was it.
Yeah. Because of the fact that her boyfriend passed away on my birthday.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. So she's always the first person to text me, and it always kind of bums me out. But, I really, truly feel that she is like a really good friend of mine, and I enjoy any time I get to talk to her. I would love to have her on here. I don't know what she's doing, but maybe we'll get her on one of these times. Who knows? Do you have any, was it like your sister's a circus performer or something? Someone exciting to have on?
It's a circus midget.
Your sister's a circus midget?
Yeah.
That's weird.
She's just really short.
She doesn't seem that short. I met her.
She's like 5'3".
That's nothing. No, that's not qualified as a midget though.
Hey, she's shorter than me. That's all that matters.
That's true.
Nah, I live a very boring life.
I was gonna say a joke, but I was like, I don't want it to be taken the wrong way. I was just like, yeah, she might be short. Question is she single? Anyway,
yes, she is.
Oh. I don't know. I am as well, but I guess that was the joke. So yeah, I don't know what you had in store for our movie today, but boy, do I have one. By the way, yesterday, just a small anecdote for this. Yesterday I was at work and found out that Ready to Rumble is free on YouTube. So anyone can watch Ready to Rumble, I think in the month of December. So watch it. Go watch Ready to Rumble. Wasn't the best part. The fact that I went to tell Jake yesterday, and I said, Jake, guess what's on YouTube? And he goes, Ready to Rumble. I'm like, Jesus Christ, how'd you know that? He goes, I don't fuck around. And I'm like, okay.
I just Googled Ready to Rumble YouTube, and the first thing that popped up was a Space Jam song. That just goes to show you how
Yeah.
popular the movie is.
Yeah. Yeah, great movie. My pick though for today was something that I don't here's the thing. I don't like it. It's not a great movie, but I just know it as a kid. I just know it as a kid being or watching it so many times, even playing the video game for it. It's just this weird concept of I don't know how I feel about it. Let's do you want to do a guessing game? You want to try to guess?
Okay,
You may just start naming actors.
sure.
Okay, ready? Dennis Leary, David
Demolition
Cross,
Man.
no, David Cross, Kristen Dunst, Dunst,
Kim
uh,
Basinger? Basinger?
Basinger, hepatitis, uh, Phil Hartman. So if it ages, if you kind of
Small Soldiers.
there you go. Yeah, I think the funniest thing about that movie is that Sam from Transformers' dad is the same as the kid's dad from Alan.
He's just
Same
the
as
same character.
Alan's dad in yeah, same actor. Something I
No,
didn't
he's the same
realize
character.
actually. Yes, whatever. I don't give a fuck. You know, don't care. I don't care. Phil Hartman's in it, which is a good point.
I think it was his last movie.
Oh god, that's depressing. Great people in it. Um,
Tommy Lee
really good.
Jones.
Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones. Something that I think is a constant joke was the I'm Archer, uh,
I'm Archer, emissary of the
or the
Gorgonites.
Gorgonites. Yeah, that's one of the things that kind of stuck with me. Um, the part where the guy gets his legs taken off by the bicycle
Yeah,
or the dog or
which he was a
something.
toy. I don't know why he died, but
Yeah.
I guess you need to have
Well,
drama.
I think it's more of a humor thing because it's like you can't really necessarily die, so why not just make the joke of him losing his legs and pretending to die? Um, but it's such a weird, like, I don't like it, but it just reminds me of being a kid.
Yeah, like when you used to watch it at that age,
Yeah,
it made sense. But
and
now watching it,
the concept as well, like the concept of having a chip in a toy that makes it almost like you can uh, pertain or contain and hold and absorb
mimic human
knowledge.
emotion. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just the fact of like to be like, hey, like he does the thing with Archer where he's like, walk to this area, and he does it, and it's just like stuff like that where it's just like, that's a cool concept, but the movie itself wasn't that good. Also, fun fact: Phil Hartman's wife in that movie. In that movie,
not the one that murdered him.
no, God, AJ. The point was that people were supposed to get it on their own. Um, his wife in that movie, I did not know because she hasn't done much, but she is the voice of Francine from American
Yes,
Dad.
that is correct.
I did not know that. Um, so yeah, it's one of those things where like I saw the credits and I'm like, wait, why does that name look familiar? And then I realized, oh shit. But yeah, not the best movie, not a good movie. Um, it wasn't bad, but it feels like it feels very dated, and it feels like it could have been way better.
Yeah, like if they were to remake it today, they could do a lot better.
Oh yeah, I mean they did already. It's called Child's Play.
That was a little bit different.
How? How is
That
it
was a
different?
that was a dead serial killer's soul possessing a doll, not
No, not in the
microchip processors.
not in the remake. The remake did
Oh,
a whatchamacallit, did a malfunction because all of them were killing people.
oh,
Because there was
I didn't see the remake. So.
Yeah, no, neither did anyone else. Um, it was the concept of the. I think it was still like the killer, like the serial killer, but it was still like it went into all of them. There was a point where like they all kind of got corrupted.
That seems
Um,
pretty fucking stupid.
yeah, I think that was the case. But what's his face is in it? Brian Tyree, the guy from Eternals, the black gay guy from the Eternals.
Oh, okay.
He was gay in Eternals, not he's gay. You know what I mean?
He might be.
No, he's not. He played Miles' dad in Into the Spider Verse as well. I thought that connection with him and Miles is probably one of the best parts of that movie. Because then when Uncle Aaron dies, it's just more of a. It hits harder. It hits harder when his uncle dies, and then they both know him. You know, it's his brother and his uncle. It's just like a. It really kind of brings them closer together. Into the Spider Verse is one of the greatest movies. Anyway, I got that off of Small Soldiers. Small Soldiers is alright. It's not too good. If you get a chance to watch anything, you should watch. What was I? Oh, Ready to Rumble. I fucking drew a blank there. Huh. Anyway, I do want to talk about one thing. The the Cream Team. Have you seen the Cream Team? Are you aware of the Cream Team?
Cream Team. That sounds like a porn.
Nope. It is. It is a man and a woman. It is the Cream Team. Is the team that Fiona and Cassim call each other because of the fact that. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know. They are the cream of the crop, and they do the whole triangle. I don't know why they do a triangle, but the 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 chemistry between the two of them are so great. Because if you knew the fact of like you knew both of them, you'd be like, I don't know if Cassim is married or anything like that, but you'd be like, well, Fiona's gay, but they like. I don't know if you saw the one clip of them doing the ugly sweater uh gift wrapping thing, but
No.
like they put Gina Darling and Will Neff together. They put the completionist and Xavier Woods together. Sorry, Austin Creed, whatever. And then they put Fiona and Cassim together. They are one mind. It's fucking creepy. Like they are just they're the Cream Team. I don't, their chemistry together is so weird. Like it's such a weird like I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like that's how you want your friends to be. Like if I could have a friend like Fiona Nova or fucking Cassim, it'd be fucking great. I
You
would
guys
love
just
that.
cream with.
Yeah, cream of the crop. But no, like seriously, like the way they react to each other, it's if if it weren't for the fact that I know one of them is gay, I'd be like these two are dating. Like they're just so fucking their chemistry is so good. I love it. It's like it feels a little bit like James and Elise. You
But they
know?
are married and having sex.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Like it just feels very one mind. Like just they know exactly what the other person's gonna say. I love it. They're like one person. It's fucking great. I love both of them. Anyway, if you get a chance, speaking of Fiona Nova, if you get a chance, you should watch her video, her movie she directed, her short film. It's very. I thought it was gonna be stupid. It was called like something laundromat. I thought it was gonna be super stupid. It is super like Twilight Zone. I love it. It's really great.
Everything that you just said to me sounded like it was a porno.
Why?
Fiona Nova from the Cream Team made a short film.
Yeah. It's called something laundromat, but she made it. It's on her YouTube channel. If you check it out, it's fucking very Twilight Zone, and it's really good. I was surprised at how good it was. Because I was like, oh, whatever, I'll watch it. And But then I enjoyed it. I was like, this is interesting. I want more of this. Yeah, that's I don't know. I think I'm all just burned out. I don't think we really kind of prepped for this one, but I didn't really want to. Just fucking do whatever,
You did good.
dude. Yeah, I think that's
We've been
it.
talking for a while.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I'm gonna think we're gonna end it here. I'm getting my Taco Bell out right now because I think we're gonna wrap up here.
You don't want to get your tacos soggy.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want them to get cold. So we're going to just finish up. AJ, you want to kind of guide people along to the end here about what we're doing next week, or if we're gonna have a guest next week, or
I don't know. Are we?
I don't know. You want to get one?
Sure.
Who do you want to get?
We still got to get Richard Iowati in here.
Yeah, that's true. Listen, anytime we try to get someone, just fucking send them a tweet. I'm trying to get trying to get Bruce Green, you know.
That would be sweet. He's like the get.
Who do you think we'd get and be like, we've made it?
Grimace.
Alright, that's it. I'm done. That's it. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate all your time that you sat here and watched two idiots talk about nothing. Hope you have a lovely holiday. I don't know if we're going to do a New Year's Eve episode. If not, then we'll see you when we come back. AJ will have so much to talk about because he's going on vacation. He's going to Paris, and then where was it? Tokyo, and then the Himalayas. And then
So not in that order. It's random. So they're just gonna put a blindfold over my head. I'm gonna show up in a random place with no knowledge of where I am, and then have to find my way back.
Oh wow! I thought you were just going and then you're gonna come back.
Oh no, it's like a murder mystery thing.
How so?
Because first I'm gonna murder somebody, and I'm gonna wind up in a new country.
How is that? All right, whatever. So yeah, find out who he murdered. We'll see you guys next time. If this is all you listen to as far as my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment, that helps as well. If you want to check out my other stuff, it's more video games, Funko stuff. Either way, I appreciate it. And that's it. I guess we will see you guys next time. Have a lovely, lovely Christmas. Or I hope you're having a lovely Christmas.
Or Kwanzaa.
Or Kwanzaa. And I hope you have a lovely New Year. And we will see you guys next year, I guess.
Zinga.
Say bye, AJ.
Bye, AJ.
$300 or something. It was not the greatest computer at all, but it was my first computer ever that I actually was able to take home, and I already had all the games that I wanted to play on it. So I just started playing that, and then the rest is history.
Now, would you say, and I don't want to start anything, but would you say you're a PC elitist?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah. I think that's it, guys. We can get him off here.
It's nice seeing you guys. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for the opportunity. Is that place still there? I think I know what you're talking about. Is that place still there under a different name?
The place is still there. It's under